So, Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we'll take a look at the coverings of the testes. We know that outermost covering is definitely the scrotum, but inner to scrotum, there are three major layers of the testes. From outward to inward, these are the tunica vaginalis, the tunica albuginea, and tunica vasculosa. So, this is the first one layer, that is the tunica vaginalis. Then second one being this dense connective tissue layer, that is the tunica albuginea, and then the vascular layer, the tunica vascularis. Okay, so the first layer is the tunica albuginea, and this is penetrated by the testes from from posteriorly, and that is why this layer is divided into a parietal layer, the outer one, and the visceral layer, the inner one, lining the testes immediately, right? So in this way, this is covering the whole of the testes except on its posterior border, from where it is penetrated by the testes, right? So tunica vaginalis is basically a remnant of the lower portion of the processus vaginalis. Now, what is processus vaginalis? During developmental period, there is a peritoneal tunnel, you can say, which aids for the passage of the testes from the retroperitoneum towards the scrotum. So that peritoneal covering later on degenerates except for its lower portion that persists as the tunica vaginalis of the testes, the outermost layer of the testes, right? So that is from where the tunica vaginalis is coming, and that is covering the outermost portion of the testes, right? So inner to the tunica vaginalis, there is another layer, that is the tunica albuginea, that is lying inside of the tunica vaginalis, and that is also covering the testes. And on the posterior border, that is deficient, from where the basically the testicular vessels and nerves are going to be entering the gland. And except for the posterior portion, the whole of the testes is covered by the tunica albuginea, right? And on the posterior portion, there is, you can say, a vertical septum formed by the tunica albuginea, and that septum is called as a mediastinum testis, as you can see. And from the mediastinum testis, there are several septa protruding towards the gland, or projecting towards the gland, and forming several lobules of the gland. And these are almost 200 to 300 lobules formed by the septa of the tunica albuginea. And it's only deficient posteriorly, where there is the entrance of the testicular vessels and nerves into the gland. The third layer is the tunica vasculosa, and it is the innermost coat of the testis, and that is lining the lobules, and that is vascular. Definitely it will be having the vessels in it. So the next is the venous drainage of the testes, and that is important because that is in the form of plexus called as a pampiniform plexus of veins. And this plexus is also a content of the spermatic cord of the testis as well. And this plexus is associated with two main structures. Anteriorly, it is in relation to the testicular arteries, you can see. In the middle portion, it is in relation to the vas deferens or the ductus deferens, while posteriorly, this plexus is quite isolated, right? So anteriorly, it is in relation to the testicular artery. Middle portion may be associated with the vas deferens or ductus deferens, and posteriorly, it is, we can say, isolated or running alone. Okay, so this plexus basically at the level of superficial inguinal ring, this plexus forms four main veins, condense okay, four veins bana deta hai, while in the level of deep inguinal ring, this plexus, you can say, condenses to form two main veins, and later on all these veins converge to form a single vein called as the testicular vein, jo ki drain kar jayegi in the inferior vena cava on the left side, and on the right side, and drain kar jayegi into the left renal vein on the left side, right? So ye hota hai uska venous drainage. Then there's a condition called as a you can say varicocele, in which the pampiniform plexus of veins gets dilated, or you can say उसमें protuberance आ जाती है, as you can see here. And this is mostly associated on the left side with the left testicular vein. Normally ऐसा होता है कि the left testicular vein जब drain कर रही होती है into the left renal vein, it is crossed by the transverse colon. So if that transverse colon is loaded with the feces, that can you can say compress the testicular vein, and that can result in the dilatation of the pampiniform plexus of veins, a condition called as varicocele, as you can appreciate here as well. So that was all about the coverage of the testes and the major clinical conditions associated with the pampiniform plexus. So thank you so much for watching. Allah Hafiz, take care.